Hello, welcome back to the internet's number one fake history podcast. I'm your host, Ethan Palmer, and beef stroking off their way through the kill zone with me is Peter O'Donohue. Hi, Peter O'Donohue.
Hey, how are you? I do
What
love stroking off my beef.
What a sultry, sexy way you said, "Hey, how are you?" There, just gotta say, came in very, very aroused. Good thing I'm not wearing
Everybody
my
out there in
gray
Loreland.
sweatpants.
Exactly. They'd be damp.
They would be damp. They'd be damp and pissed. Let me
Call
tell
me
you.
Steve Bannon because I'm peeing myself on camera.
Want to give a shout out to Patron of the Week, Melsh, this week. Thanks so much for supporting the show, Melsh. If you guys want to get a shout out, consider checking our Patreon link in the description below. There's a few things attached to that as well. You can check them out if you're curious.
Do it.
Okay,
a copy of my book.
True, actually.
Digital. We always forget to. Yeah. Also, I want to at the top here. I keep getting emails about it, and I ignore it because I don't care, and it's just not that good. We do have merch. Which I think is linked somewhere. It's definitely linked on the website.
Say, I was talking with Ariane, my wife, famously, the only lore boy's wife, the only lore lady, canon, as recognized by the state.
Yes,
I was talking with her today about shirts, because I have so many, and this is not an ad, just a true story that happened today. I have a bunch of shirts, which, I mean, clothes these days, the quality has just gone to hell, right? Yep. So I'm wearing a shirt, I think right now, yeah. It's got holes in it. I don't know if the camera will be able to see.
Yeah, I did see it briefly. Right,
like right a radial. Yeah. This is probably a 10-year-old shirt that I got at a hardcore show, and it's a hardcore band, and I go to a lot of punk shows, and it's one of my most worn shirts, I think. So it makes sense that it's kind of run out of time, I guess. Band shirts are like consistently my best quality shirts, which is like crazy, because like I buy like a Levi's shirt, and it's like, it came up because my wife had a Levi's shirt with like, it said Levi's on it, and the Levi's just like peeled off like cleanly in the wash, basically. Jesus. And we wash out cold. But I have the tie-dye Little Caesars pizza as a JoJo pizza stand shirt. And that's a very, very quality shirt. Like the vinyl pressing on it is like very, very good. The colors are like so good. I'll wear it sometime.
You've had it over a year, so it's still good and vibrant. Good.
Yeah.
If you want merch, there is a link. I know I never push it, and like when someone requests some merch, like sometimes I'll put it up in a day if I'm lucky. Sometimes it takes 6 months, and that's when the merch goes up. But I also love it. What I was thinking because I have a spongy mouse pad map that I got at work when I worked for you, for winning some contest for being cool. And I was like, you know what I really would prefer? If you'd like just do what Magnus did, just be like, can I have this merch that you don't sell made for me? Do you want money? And my answer is no. Give me the dimensions, send it to me. And like, I would rather you guys just do that, frankly.
Yeah,
it's just
if you don't want to support the show, you just want our merch anyway, we'll still give it to you. Just ask us for the designs, and Pete will send them your way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like, to your point, we're this is a mom and pop podcast, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
We all have day jobs, but the idea of somebody owning a piece of Lore Boys merch is it tickles us, I think. Pink. Yes. Yeah. It's very, very lovely thought to have. Anyway, we're talking about lore. Let's get serious, Peter.
Backhanded merch promo for our own merch. It's just like, buy it or don't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck. And, no, we do give a fuck because we want you to buy it, but not for the reasons that you might think. Not because of capitalism, but because of the love that is in our hearts for you, the listener.
Second reason that we'll make up later.
Okay, so we're talking Quake 2.
Hell yeah.
We talked about Quake 1 some amount of weeks ago. Our schedule's a little all over the place right now as we kind of bank episodes ahead of some me taking time off, Jamie taking time off because he's traveling all over the goddamn continent, and Pete stroking it, as they say.
Yes.
So a few weeks ago, we talked about Quake 1. Listen to that episode if you want to. Quake 1 and Quake 2. Quake 2 is not a direct sequel to Quake 1. So none of the same characters, enemies, nothing. I do think there is like a multiverse theory because Quake 3 is a pure arena shooter. There's no single-player campaign in Quake 3. It was just multiplayer. And it's multiplayer with bots. And the bots like the characters can be like it could be the Ranger from Quake 1 or Bitterman from Quake 2 who we're going to talk about. So there's like and the story is you've been sent to this like interstellar arena out in space, and you are, because it's an arena shooter, and you are now fighting for the entertainment of this like alien race, which I don't remember what it's called. It's not Quake 3 lore. So the theory is like all the games are in the same universe or shared universe or something for that reason. But then
in Quake 1 multiple dimensions in the first one, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like multiple timelines, like there was like a time thing and everything. We're not going to talk about it today. We're just going to treat them as completely separate. If someone wants to crunch at me, send me a 10,000 page Word doc of the multiverse theory from your point of view. Do not use ChatGPT because I'll know, mister. Okay. But send me a 10,000 page Word doc and I'll turn it into a t-shirt. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Up for merch. We'll put it up right away as soon as it shows. Could you imagine? I like the text shirts sometimes, like even just like the tiny like Lacoste alligators that are super small, or just like the even Supreme when that was a thing, like just a little text. An essay, incredible.
Yeah, just completely wrap in one of our like a full shirt wrap in one of our scripts.
The first BioShock episode from 9 years ago, just like there's a secret on this one.
So, Quake 2 got no Ranger, no Shub Niggurath, no Runes of Magic, no Lovecraftian interdimensional nightmare fuel. None of that. Okay. The tonal shift is also pretty drastic. Quake 1, we talked about it. It's like dark fantasy. There's like, I mean, it's based on Lovecraft, but there's also like a lot of like medieval and like gothic scenes. Quake 2, hard science fiction, military shooter. Okay. So instead of ogres and these shambling monsters, you get like biomechanical soldiers known as the Strogg. We're going to talk about them. Who are we fighting? The enemy in Quake 2, like I just said, are the Strogg. They are a race, and this is the Strogging off that I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
They are a race of mechanized alien warriors who sustain their civilization through a process of biological harvesting. Okay. So they're not purely mechanical. They're cyborgs, alien cyborgs. They do require organic matter, flesh, organs, neural tissue to produce components used in creating more Strogg soldiers and sustaining their technology. So the technology runs on blood, basically.
Cool.
And we're all
there were some cyborgs, multiple cyborgs in Quake 1. So it's not that much of a departure. On the fact, no castles, probably, right?
No castles. Okay. No castles in this one.
Because I have played this one, but I found the movement, you would float around a lot. You like slide. I found him very hard to control. I only played it for about 5 minutes. Like, because it's all on Game Pass. After playing the first one, I was like, this is sick. I love it. And the second one feels different. The tonal shift, whatever. I don't give a shit.
It's a different engine.
Yeah.
It is a different engine. So it's the id-Tech 2. Goodness, I'm burping all the water I've been drinking. I like to drink a lot of water before we record the show to just have the fullest bladder possible. That way I feel like I can laser focus on the show because the screaming in my bladder drowns out all of the noises. It's kind of like a meditation. So these are cyborgs.
It's the opposite of meditation.
No, I don't think so.
A wise man listens to his screaming bladder, and there's just like a guy who's clearly pissed his orange robe under like a cherry tree.
Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, once wrote a Stacked article where he talked about meditating while mosquitoes bit him and pissed his pants. Okay, so I think he's kind of the expert here, Peter. The man's a billionaire. All right.
All right. I stand corrected. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you stand corrected because I just made that story up. Okay.
Oh, what? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry we're off track here. We're talking about merch and other shit. The fact he is a Silicon Valley tech freak who is a billionaire through no skills whatsoever. That sounds like a cure-all retreat for rich idiots.
Yeah. Like I would say just knowing that about him, I'm confident saying that he's pissed his pants meditating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Steve Jobs gave us the iPhone and had the only curable form of pancreatic cancer, and they were just like, "Do you want us to save you?" And he was like, "Juice for me, thanks." And he's fucking dead.
What's the poly market on Jack Dorsey pissing his pants while meditating today?
Oh, look it up. And send it to us. We'll do it on a mailbag.
So they're cyborgs that need flesh to propagate. kind of like the Phyrexians from Magic the Gathering, which I love to talk
They
about.
did pop into my head. The goat, the Phyrexians.
Very,
Okay.
yeah, very, very similar to that. I think for anyone who's more familiar with that, or our canon than Quake canon, they will attack other species, strip them for parts, and rebuild them in whatever way as new Strogg. The Strogg homeworld is called Strogos. It is a planet scarred by millennia of that same industrial process, strip mined, toxic, and covered in the machinery of war, right?
Instead of humans, I'd like to be called an erg from now on.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Or we rename the planet Humanos.
Oh.
50-50 on that one.
I might lean Humanos, honestly. So the game's manual and opening cinematic established that the Strogg launched an assault on Earth sometime before the events of the game.
On Humanos. Okay? Sorry, Lord Boys Canon.
On Humanos, excuse me, yeah. They killed millions. They sent humanity, Uranity.
I didn't realize we were flipping them. Okay.
We're all. I'll do both.
Right,
I go back. Nice.
Cool.
Scrambling for a response. The what do we call it? Humanos governments pooled their military resources and launched the largest counter-assault in human history, which would be called Operation Alien Overlord. The objective here, pretty simple, right? Big fleet of dropships, go to Strogos, kill the aliens, right? That sounds easy. Like, that sounds simple and easy. We'll build spaceships, we'll take them into space to the, Strogos home planet, who knows where it is, and kill them all there. It's unclear to me, and I mean, I think it's unclear to the developers as well at the time, like, how capable were we? Oh, clearly we were capable of interstellar travel at this point. Did we nuke them first? And this is just a retaliatory attack? We never get those kind of details, right? Okay. So we send this big fleet of dropships and transports towards Strogos. We're going to land an overwhelming ground force, right, on the planet's surface, which I feel like in the space age, like ground invasions on an alien planet, just orbital bombardments, man. I think it's got to be the play,
mechanized suits, like they do, like Mech Warrior and like Armored Core, like mecha games. You often drop from the sky or from space, right? Fucking Titanfall, you call it in like an Uber, right? But yeah, no, I definitely understand. Like, what if we put all of our like futuristic Kevlar resources into big laser that just shoots down? Like, you don't even need to name. You didn't even need to name,
just
right?
big rock. Big rock, as we learned from The Expanse. Just send big rocket planet, and then it's game over. Game over.
And Jamie loves the big rectangle. If you want to upgrade from rock, right?
That's a rock with sharp corners. Rectangle.
Yes.
We'll say Lore Boys canon, benefit of the doubt. The Strogg captured humans on Earth and have taken them back to Strogos to make them into Strogg. So now there's prisoners that they got to save.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's a Lore Boys canon for you.
Okay.
So the idea is take the fight to the Strogg on their home turf, destroy their infrastructure, and eliminate their capacity to wage war on Earth, right? Doesn't go well. The Strogg's planetary defenses, specifically for our protagonist, an enormous surface-to-space cannon known as... Do you want to take a guess at what this massive weapons platform is called? I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay.
So you can see it in all its beautiful 1998 rendered glory. Okay.
It does look good. Is it a reference to the BFG?
It's very close. Is it
BFC? Big fucking cannon?
No, it's just the big gun. So it's just called the big gun, and it is a big gun. It's a pretty big gun.
Fucking gun. Yeah,
one would say.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it fucks up the incoming fleet, or at least the section of it that you're with. We'll learn later on that there was other planetary defenses that were also in play, but this is the one that shoots you down, that shoots our protag down, right? So these insertion teams, of which you're one of, scattered across the planet while you're trying to survive. The opening cinematic is the chaos of that initial assault. It's like, I mean, it's very of its time, doesn't show too much, but kind of just like a man over the columns talking about like, what the hell's going on out there? We're getting torn apart out here. But you land, your character, who's identified only as Marine in-game, but he's named Bitterman in the game's manual.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're the sole survivor of your particular drop pod on your particular part of the planet. I mean, like games at the time, they're not going to waste computer resources rendering friendly NPCs. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of the game's code is dedicated purely to enemies that you can shoot, pretty much. So
I mean, not to call it out, we talked about on the bonus briefly as like a game where the graphics were ported over something else. Half-Life 1 in 1998 was filled with friendly NPCs.
Mhm.
I mean, but
Mhm.
that was big for its time.
Yeah. So he wakes up alone. He's got no communication with any of Earth's other forces. He does have cornrows by the looks of it, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And you kick off in the first mission, right? So you're going up against this race of like mechanized warriors who've been harvesting the raw materials of Earthians.
He looks like a green Bruce Willis.
I give you that. Yeah, he's slightly green. So I
Yeah.
actually don't. It's funny you say he's green now. Let me get a better look at this picture that I provided you. It's not that, but it's funny because I did see one description of him from Quake 3, and we'll talk about it. Being green. And just remind me when we talk about it that we talked about it now.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I don't know if I've played this game. I tried to check because I checked my playtime for Quake 1 when we were talking about it last time, and I went to the Game Pass page for Quake 2, and it's just 2 dashes, meaning I don't know if I've actually played this one. So
maybe like 5 minutes it doesn't log it. Maybe it's like
yeah, again,
under an hour.
I remember him getting shot down and like being in a crashed spaceship at the first level, and radio people are just like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?" sort of shit. And then just like I remember holding W to walk forwards and then letting the button go, and my guy slid forwards and carried on. I was like, I'm not playing this shit. And that
Gotta
was
learn
it.
to counter strafe. That's the thing in Counter Strike is it's it's like you're on ice. So top level Counter Strike play is you counter strafe, which is when you want to stop, you actually have to tap the opposite direction that you were just moving. So if you're strafing right to swing on somebody,
it does that?
you have to briefly. I mean, this isn't Source Engine. This is id Tech 2, but same. All share a lot of similarities, I think. But
Yeah,
at
I
this
think
point,
Source
it's
is
deliberate
based
with
off
Counter
old
Strike 2.
Source, which is based on Quake. I think it's like how that went through. It's like the old, yeah.
So the structure of Quake 2 is considerably more narrative than its predecessor. We talked, we did a whole episode on Quake 1. There really wasn't much there, but we kind of talked about the world, I guess. This one does have a much more coherent story. Quake 1 was 4 discrete episodes, kind of just connected by a hub world. They didn't have much to do with each other. Quake 2 is a continuous, like a single campaign across these distinct areas of Strogos, and you are always working towards like this single objective, right?
Yeah.
So your first objective when you land is straightforward. Fight through the Strawgatter bases, reach the communication center, and reestablish contact with the Earth fleet. Because you're cut off right now. You need backup, you need support, right?
Yeah.
So pretty simple ask. You battle in the Strog base until you reach the comm center, and then you manage to establish a connection back, right? With the connection established, Bitterman is given some extra security clearance to help secure the invasion, okay? Earth's best and brightest have determined that the Strog are led by a central figure. We eventually get confirmation in Quake 4 that the Strog are a sort of hive mind.
Okay.
And there's one dominant figure which seems to be exerting an extraordinary amount of influence over the armies of the Strog. Okay?
I definitely want to play Quake 4 because you hyped it up on our last episode, and I know Quake 2 feels bad to play for me, but Quake 4 is more of like a Halo time game, right? It was because you played on 360.
It was a 360 launch title. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that era of gaming a lot. Also, I want to make a quick correction very quickly here. I was like, they did it in Half-Life. Half-Life came out after Quake. My bad. So that's why there's NPCs in that. It's a newer game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not so much after this though, but yeah, so little more than an organic brain sitting in a mech suit, Bitterman is told the figure's codename is Macron, making the horrible cannibalistic army of invaders canonically French. Right?
You have to kill his pedophile wife to beat the boss. That's the first stage of the boss fight.
Yeah. So this is Macron. This is like the final boss of Quake, and I love it for that. He's very Wally coded, I think, is fair to say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like, I mean, if because Wally had the cute little teardrop-shaped binocular head, which this thing kind of cute as well, because it does kind of have a teardrop-shaped binocular head, except that the center of its face is clearly a shotgun. Like,
yeah, it's clearly all guns.
Yeah,
all guns.
It's like a Digimon. It's all guns. It's just guns on a body.
Yeah. So as the Macron fully controls the Strog, the assassination of this target becomes top priority for the Earth counterattack, right? So he gets Earth back on the line, or the Earth fleet back on the line. They're like, dude, go shoot the gun in the head, would ya? That'd really be doing us a solid. And could there be a better man than Bitterman? I don't know. So on the way there are some things that our protag needs to get done, right? He exits the base containing the comm center into a warehouse. He fights his way through the warehouse, into a jail. He finds humans being chopped up to be turned into Strogg here. I read this as the more soldiers who had landed earlier from our earlier Lore Boys canon. Maybe these are also Earthians who've been brought here. To stem the flow of Strogg soldiers, you get a mission when you're in the jail to disable the main computer. Very video game-esque stuff, right?
Yeah.
Still nowhere near Macron nor his global financial cronies. Bitterman diverts to a factory to get to the other end of the Strogg soldier production line shut down, right? So he's like, I shut down where they're taking the bodies and prepping them for work. I'm going to go to the factory where they're turning those bodies into actual Strogg and shut that down too, right? So stopping the Strogg from making more soldiers is great, but it won't be much. It won't be for much if Earth's forces can't land on the planet, right? If he can't get backup, if he can't get a ship out of here, what's he going to do? He's going to turn his attention to the big gun, right?
Okay. Oh, right. Of course.
So the big gun, the surface-to-space cannon responsible for destroying the invasion fleet, is still operational until it's taken offline. Earth cannot send reinforcements. And Bitterman quickly realizes, I got to stop the big gun. I'm going to need a bigger gun, is I think what he
Then the big gun?
Yeah. I'm going to need a bigger gun. Well, in Jaws, that's what they said, right? We're going to need a bigger shark.
Yeah.
To stop the big shark.
What a terrible mayor that guy was.
And I declare, if I'm elected mayor, every boy and girl will have a bigger shark.
For that guy.
I'd vote for him. If a politician was offering up big shark, if that was their platform, it'd have my vote for sure.
100%.
So he fights his way through a power plant, eventually arrives at the big gun. He takes out some lower level air defenses, which allow an airstrike to take out the surface to space weapon, which I thought was very funny that they still needed to use ships in the sky to take it down, but it's layers, I guess. Yeah. This thing can't shoot that close, maybe? I don't know. I mean, that would make some sense that it's targeting arrays, or it just wouldn't be built to hit things at that distance, But
in the documentary Top Gun Maverick, the reason they need to train for such a low altitude mission is to get below the enemy territory radar, because radar has there's a blind spot below a certain level.
I don't know how radar works.
Yeah.
Why don't they just lower the radar then? If there's a blind spot.
Yeah,
dig a hole.
Yeah.
Dig a 6-foot hole and throw the radar in there.
Tom Cruise has to teach these hotshot pilots how to tunnel with their jets. He's just like, you're the only guy who could do it, Tom Cruise.
Did they not fly a jet through a tunnel in that, or is that a Mission Impossible that I'm thinking of? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up in my head.
I don't know. I know they fly a helicopter under a bridge in Terminator 2, and that was a big deal for the stunt, because James Cameron was just like, hey, I want this to happen, and a lot of the guys were like, that's too fucking dangerous. So James Cameron was just like, okay, insane. Do it, pussy. I'll film it myself, sort of thing. But no, I don't know if they've done that. It's not in Top Gun Maverick. It's all training, and then the final mission of that movie is just random snowy mountains for nondescript, never named enemy. Insert whichever country you currently hate the most. Here is who the bad guys are. That you never even hear them speak or see their faces, because the enemy pilots in their scary jets just look like the pilots for the bad guy ships in Star Wars. All black, completely covered up, no visible flesh whatsoever, just completely anonymous evil guy.
Yeah. And it is of course the people of the island nation Tuvalu manning these jets that are out to destroy us. I just love the idea that it's not a global superpower. It's just some guy, this tiny little island nation of couple thousand
I was just I spelled it wrong, unfortunately, but yeah, okay. It's just north of Fiji. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
a small island with nobody on it,
Yeah.
I can say with confidence that there's no one in Tuvalu who listens to this podcast. So
yeah, I hope. I hope not. Unless this pings it, the AI reads this, it's just for the SEO, this is relevant for Tuvalu Google now.
Hell yeah!
Do they call it
Fun
Googaloo?
fact: the Twitch.tv, the TV is for Tuvalu, and it's their I think their biggest export is the domain ending .tv.
Oh, very
belongs
cool.
to Tuvalu.
Good on them.
There you go. I don't know if that's true or not, but after the big gun is destroyed, the
Earth is
Earth.
gonna look it up.
They fucking better not. Okay, no googling. Stop googling stuff that I say. It's fucking. It's driving me crazy. Okay. God. Okay. Oh, you were wrong about my diagnosis. It's actually tuberculosis. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I don't care. So, the big gun's destroyed. The Earth fleet can approach. They begin their descent. He's got some backup coming, but the Strogg are going to meet them, and they're still an impressive force on the ground, right?
Yeah.
They're hive mind. They're very coordinated. They don't really care for individual losses in that sense. So the mission isn't over. Not until Macron is dead. Okay? And Google, if you're listening, we're talking about the video game Quake 2. Okay? So Macron is dead.
Yeah, Macron. Emmanuel.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Peter. Okay?
True.
Google, that was Peter.
Google?
Hey, Google, kill yourself. So Bitterman presses on to a nearby hangar, which adjoins to the palace where Macron is. I just love that the progression of levels goes from like the level is called Big Gun, and then it's factory, hangar, and then it is palace. And I just love the idea that it's like they just butt right up against the hangar. But I guess if you're like a hive mind, would you care? Why do you even have palaces if you're a hive mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're experiencing what everyone's experiencing at the same time. I don't know if it's a perfect hive mind or not. Or maybe it's just like the one guy can control everyone, his pawns.
Right. You think when he's like bathing in his palatial washroom, like the goons can feel like they're having a nice warm bath as well. Maybe it keeps morale up.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they can't feel it, but he can just like order them to bring hot water with a thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my money.
Yeah. Okay, so the French are a hive mind, and I understand they're controlled. Hive mind confirmed. Okay.
The French are cannibalistic cyborg hive mind.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple layers to this, I guess. And I'm not going to say the joke that I was going to say. Sorry, it's Emmanuel Macron. There's some low-hanging fruit around him and his wife, which we kind of already hinted at earlier. But
yeah.
So Bitterman presses on to that nearby hangar, and he gets to Macron, right? It's a two-phase fight. First, you battle Macron as he pilots his mech suit, which is called the Jorg, which I only included because it's such a fun thing to call your mech suit.
Very fun.
But you beat Macron in the Jorg. When you do, he falls, the chest cavity cracks open, and outsteps Macron proper. Which is like a big twist to the fight. I don't know if this is like the first phase, like two-phase boss fight, but certainly one of the first ones in 1998, right? And so it's a big deal when it's like you beat this like giant boss, and then outsteps this like fairly small, almost sickly-looking creature, and it emerges from like what you thought was its body, but just turns out to be a vehicle. And then this one is like very fast, very aggressive, and is like close range fighter. So it's just like running after you, getting all up in your grill, basically.
Also, just for our lawyers, when I alluded to a first stage of the boss fight against Macron, at that time, did not know there was an actual two-stage fight at some point later on, okay? So
we're just saying, if you were going to do it, get him while he's not in his mech suit. So with the Macron dead, the campaign comes to an end. The Strogg's command instructor is decapitated. The big gun is offline. Earth's fleet is en route. By any reasonable measure, Operation Alien Overlord has succeeded. Barely, and at extraordinary cost. But Bitterman, the protag, at least one man survived to do it. We'll learn later on that at least 3 men survived to do it, so don't worry.
Okay.
Bitterman, however, is stuck on Strogos, it seems, so he doesn't get an exfil. Not right away, anyway. I don't know if they just don't have the ships or they don't get to him in time. But he does disappear. He doesn't get to go home at the end of this all. Also, the battle's won, but the war is not. So we don't get to see it happen, like I said. We do know that Bitterman is taken captive by the Strogg and Stroggified, because from his bio in Quake 3 Arena, we find that his skin has a sickly green tone. This is what I was talking about earlier. But the one I said, that's why I was like, did I send you like a Stroggified version of him? I don't think so. I think I sent you the version from Quake 2. But he gets even greener, I guess, in Quake 3. And then he has metal grafted to his legs and hands. So he's kind of like a Strogg fighter in Quake 3 Arena.
Okay. That's kind of neat. Is it considered an upgrade for him? Or no?
I mean, I don't know per se. Like, it's a multiplayer game, so like,
oh yeah, I guess
who knows? And it's I do think it is interesting though that is like just the continuation. That is like for two games that we've talked about so far, which are very light on lore, and then the third game, which is again no single player campaign at all, so like even less lore than the first two iterations. That is something that is just purely world building, right? The fact that they took this character from Quake 2 and said, no, we're going to make it so that at the end of the game, he actually was captured and then turned into something else for like Quake 3 and never really explained it, and it doesn't really matter.
Cool.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting. So from Quake 3, we have this hero of the Strogg War may also be its most tragic victim. While a captive on Strogos, vile experiments transforms his flesh into something both far more and far less than human. And what's more tragic than being turned into the enemy you gave up everything to fight? Ads, probably. We'll see you guys after the break. I don't know how Jamie annotates ads in the video.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to fuck with it.
Oh, in the video. Fuck yeah.
I don't know if he has a thing to say like, this is an ad, but I'm not going to fuck with it.
All right. I'm going to pee and get some more spicy water. Sorry, my cat and my salamander just started causing a ruckus. Like, meow. Okay, listen, you've got food. It's 9 o'clock. You have 45 minutes.
Back from the break. So like we were talking about Quake 2, we got to the end of it. Like in Quake 1, Quake 2 receives not one, but 2 expansion packs, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Both of them will expand the lore of the Strogg conflict. You're not going to be Ranger. You're not going to be Bitterman in this one because he was captured at the end of the game, right? We know that.
Does he get captured at the end of Quake 2? Or is this a postscript?
As near as I can tell, no. Like, as near as I can tell, you kind of... I feel like I saw one person describing it on a forum as, like, when the Strogg surround him or something, but then I couldn't find any video of that. Like, I couldn't figure it out. As near as I could tell, the game just ends, and you never see him getting picked up. But then again, in Quake 3, you find out that he was captured by the Strogg and Stroggified.
Stroggified, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the first expansion, called The Reckoning, was developed by Zatrix Entertainment, released in April 1998. You play as a Marine codenamed Joker, the Joker baby, who's inserted into a different sector of Strogos during the original drop. Okay. So this is why I kind of said before, like, we know that his fleet or the forces around Bitterman didn't survive, but we do know that there's others that survived because the expansions reveal that.
Can't find Bitterman. Sorry.
Go ahead. Sing it with your chest, Peter. Come on.
Yeah. I don't want to get content flagged.
Oh, yeah, because you have such a flawless rendition.
I'm going to do it perfect.
Who sings that song? I used to know.
Man.
Doesn't matter. Don't look it up. Don't stop.
Don't Google shit. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Jamie's
not here, so
you do that shit during a Jamie episode, okay? You don't Google shit during a me episode, all right?
Right. We don't have our Jamie to pull up the clip, so fuck it.
Exactly, yeah.
He's busy having no electricity, okay?
Yeah. Luck. So where Bitterman's mission took him toward the big gun and the Macron, Joker's objective is to locate and destroy the Strogg's ion cannon.
Okay.
Very simple, but another big planetary defense weapon responsible for devastating the incoming Earth fleet, basically, right?
And it's named after the bad guy in this one is named after which contemporary European leader?
As far as I can tell, well, there's the new president of Hungary's named Victor Ion Cannon, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually Peter Ion Cannon. His name is Peter something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking of the incumbent.
I heard his name is like Magar or something like that. And it's just like the people of Hungary, because they call themselves Magar, I think, in their own language. Yeah. Or it's like from that, it's like they just elected a guy named Peter the Hungarian. It's just like great.
It's Peter Canada.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like I'm a single issue voter, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's how cool
more
is the guy's
sharks
name?
To children, more bigger sharks to children. All right,
yeah. And that's Peter the Shark promised fucking sharks, okay?
Yeah. So the campaign takes Joker through a series of Strogg military and industrial installations, distinct from those in the main game, but not so distinct because a lot of the pallets are the same, right? Yeah. Warehouses, factories, research labs, eventually the ion cannon facility itself. Nothing big in terms of lore here, other than expanding the world building in this sense is like, no, this was at least a 2-gun civilization. All right. This is the kind of civilization that might have 2 giant planetary defenses.
God
But
help us if there's a third.
I hear what you're thinking, Peter. Okay, and we're gonna get to the second expansion. All right, so the second expansion, Ground Zero, developed by Rogue Entertainment. They also developed Quake's 1 Mission Pack 2, Dissolution of Eternity,
Cool.
And released just a month after The Reckoning. Here you play as a Marine called Stepchild, dropped into yet another sector of Strogos with a different primary objective. Stepchild's mission centers on something called the Gravity Well, which is a Strogg device capable of pulling spacecraft out of orbit and destroying them before they can land.
Would shooting them while in orbit not accomplish the same thing?
No, exactly. So it's not quite the same, you see. Instead of taking thing down here, shooting it up there to destroy them, it's take thing up there, them, pull down here to destroy them.
Okay. It's a backwards gun is what they've created here.
A backwards gun, exactly.
Okay, yeah. This is why they said the stepchild to do it. It's just like, you just take this fucking stupid ass the backwards gun, idiot.
You go deal with the backwards cannon or something. I hate you. I love my boy Bitterman and Joker. God, he's cool.
He cracks wise. It makes me uncomfortable.
So Ground Zero's campaign is generally considered the more polished and mechanically interesting of the 2 expansions. There's new enemies and weapons. It does push deeper into Strogos, kind of the industrial architecture, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Because Quake 2 ends with Bitterman captured and Quake 3, which came out in 1999, is a multiplayer arena game with no campaign to speak of and a completely different narrative framing. We're kind of left at that, right? Until in 2005, Quake 4
they left Joker and Stepchild out of Quake 3.
I don't know that. I cannot confirm nor deny. I did not look up the roster of Quake 3. There's a good chance they're in there because we've had 2 games so far with a grand total of 4 characters that I can think of. Right. When you're making an arena shooter, I think you need more than 4.
Yeah.
So they probably have. So they probably have Stepchild. They probably have Joker and Stepchild. No, maybe they left that Stepchild. Yeah. They added Dragonite or something.
What a fucking get for Quake in the 90s. Dragonite.
Yeah, right. Yo. He's on the box art, like him, that fucking 9-foot tall Dragonite shaking Trent Reznor's hand.
I'm drawing that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, good. So Quake 4 was released on October 18th, 2005. It is the first Quake title with a fully developed single-player narrative in the what we would now call traditional sense. At the time, probably call novel sense. But cutscenes, voice acting, name supporting characters, dramatic sequences, set pieces, etc.
Install that on Game Pass. I didn't last time we talked about this, but I love an old shooter.
I meant to pull up the scene where you get, because I spoiled it for you already, where you get Strogified. But it's I watched it again and I was like, man, it's such a good idea for a scene at the time, and it looks like an Xbox 360 game, right? Like an early Xbox 360
beige
game,
kind of foggy, like everything. Yeah.
But I remember it so clearly. In fact, that I think last time we talked about it, I said like on the last episode, and we'll get into what it is for anyone who didn't listen to the last episode. It's like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? I thought it was how the game started, and then I was like looking at it today. It's like mission 11 or something. So it's like, I guess it's like I don't know how many missions there are in total, but it's like a chunk of the way into the game for sure. I was like, I don't remember anything from the beginning of that game. That's the only piece I remember, was like that scene, and I remembered it almost perfectly. Watching it back, cool. I was like, yep, this is exactly what it was. So it did a really good job of sticking with me.
Don't remember the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah, but the fact that like it's, and I got a bad dumb brain that's bad at remembering things, and it just stuck with me so well. I think all I'm trying to say is it really speaks to how well that scene is.
Yeah, cool.
So it takes place during Earth's second invasion of Strogos, Quake 4. The first invasion, Operation Alien Overlord from Quake 2, succeeded in killing the original Macron and destroying key Strogg infrastructure, but it didn't end the war. The Strogg regrouped, a new Macron rose to power, the conflict continued. And that's the thing they don't tell you about taking out the leader of France, is that they just elect a new leader. Sometimes they do it themselves for France? Fun. I think just France.
Okay. I'm sure it'll work other places. Keep at it.
Keep at it. So Earth launches a second, better prepared invasion, right?
The French are having another election. They must be stopped.
So you are Corporal Matthew Kane, a Marine assigned to Rhino Squad, part of the 4th Marine Recon Battalion. I sent you a picture. You're not a silent protagonist like Bitterman Joker. Stepchild, excuse me. You do have dialogue and a voice actor.
He looks like a level 1 squatty from XCOM.
Yeah, I would give you that. The pose and everything, eh? He's given a little ODST too. ODST without the helmet on. And this was before ODST, so what do you know? Rhino Squad, excuse me, drops on 2 Strogos, and immediately the campaign, into Barovia, and they go to fight the Devil Strahd. Immediately the campaign kind of establishes the tone. You're part of a group. Like, it's not, your squad does not get wiped out. Rhino Squad, you are like fighting alongside Rhino Squad throughout the campaign.
Oh, this is a 360, yes, 360 game. So just like Halo and Gears of War, it's you and the lads, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a war going on, and you're just a part of it, right?
Killzone.
So there's orders, objectives, chain of command, like all that stuff.
Cool.
Even then, within the first hour of playing, that chain of command structure kind of starts to fall apart. The leader of Rhino Squad, Sergeant Voss, whom you've known for, again, like maybe an hour at this point, he's killed in action in the campaign, canonically, as a sort of like, this is a real war with real consequences now, right? From what I could tell, or what from my looking at it again recently, it feels mundane, which I think is nice. Like, it just feels like, you catch a stray sometimes in war, right? It's not like this big heroic whatever, which I thought was good. Kane Squad, Rhino Squad, is fighting towards a series of strategic objectives. Okay, this is what our protags do. This is what the Quake boys do, right? You got to destroy strong military infrastructure. That's all we're good for.
Hell
yeah. You gotta teleport to a spiky ball just as it passes through an evil demon's head. All right?
Right.
That's what you're here for.
My orders were unclear the last time they sent it to me because I had to Google my orders, apparently.
Yeah.
I hope this one's a little bit more straightforward. Like a game with guns, you kill the final boss with a gun, opposed to a new thing.
I will neither confirm nor deny that much.
No.
Okay. So, you're fighting towards a series of strategic objectives. You're destroying this military infrastructure. You're securing landing zone for follow-up forces. You're working in coordination with the broader Earth invasion, right?
Yeah.
Until you're captured. So this is like the centerpiece of the narrative. Like I was just saying, this is such a poignant scene for so many reasons, and it's unsettling. I think it's fair to say. You're captured by the Strogg. You're taken to a processing facility. You're strapped to a gurney, and your gurney's like affixed to a conveyor belt, basically, which you're just like moving along through this factory. In front of you, there's another human strapped to a gurney, moving along a conveyor belt, giving you like the handy preview of like everything that's about to happen to you, right?
Right.
So, when you watch the buzzsaw come down and cut that guy's legs off, you kind of know, okay, well, in 5 seconds, it's going to come down and cut my legs off. So
I can't wait for me, the protagonist, to be rescued at the last second, and I don't need to go through that. That's why I'm seeing it.
Exactly. Which, like, maybe they're kind of bucking that as well. It's like, oh, the protagonist never has to live through these things, but like, no, it's, you watch as the saw blade comes down, cuts your legs off at the knees. Your hands are cut off. You get mechanical hands instead of your nice, soft, supple hands. You get cybernetic implants like run through your body, so your chest becomes like all mechanical, basically, because you're like naked except for your boxers, because Strogg understand shame, and so they want to give you that at the very least. So you got your boxers on, dread the scene, but then your body, your fleshy body, your dad bod becomes like wires. Ugh.
Ew.
Internet. They put internet in your body.
Oh no.
Your eyes are your eyes are replaced. A laser like comes down at some point and like shoots you in the eyes, and then you get like you kind of get like a HUD effect essentially.
Oh, that's cool.
And you get neural interfaces inserted directly into the skull. You get Neuralink. This is, I assume, how Elon Musk has gotten anyone to do Neuralink, by the way.
Kind of getting different guys' legs off first.
Yeah, capturing them and strapping them to a gurney, and then. And I say this is the only way I believe it, because it's sad to think that there's people who would sign up for it. But
I mean, that one guy apparently who got it is quadriplegic.
Yeah. Hey,
right?
if you're that
It's
guy,
either
nothing to lose, right?
bed sores or a lunatic's experimental surgery are gonna fucking kill you at this point, right?
um, so yeah, you're going through this process. You know, the Strog are like looking at you at some point. They talk about how you're not compliant enough yet. So there is some measure of like will breaking to it, which presumably like the theater of the guy being in front of you going through these stations as they do these things is like part of that. Like you have to lose your will to be human,
Right.
to become Strog essentially and join the hive mind. The only reason you never end up a fully compliant Discord kitten is thanks to Rhino Squad arriving and pulling you off the table before the process fully finishes, right? Before they can
Too
torch you
late.
anymore. Yeah, exactly. Which I like you say, like it is kind of a trope in those
Yeah.
kind of games, right? That you would expect. But it's cool to see that they got there too late. The Strogification is interrupted partway through, but it is like most of the way done. At least physically, you're kind of dealing with this. So here's a picture of our
Brainwash a
boy.
guy before you gave him cybernetic upgrades. It's
Yeah,
just like,
right.
oh, we've taken the ultimate soldier and made him the ultimate killbot. Now to break his will. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. More than that, too. They kind of gave him the keys to the kingdom by giving him all that. So his body's no longer human. I sent you a picture of him.
yeah,
I mean, I'd say describe him, but I think I did a pretty good job earlier. They put internet in him, and
yeah.
you look like that,
He's
basically.
chopped at this point. He's
Yeah.
busted. Yeah, it's no good. But do you get
Um.
additional abilities now? Like I'm gonna play this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I have to go see somebody after this. So I've got it's probably a 3 gig game at this point. It'll download in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm gonna definitely play this after I'm done with RoboQuest because it sounds
I don't
great.
I don't remember if you get like in combat abilities or anything like that, but for lore, for the story anyway, because you're now partially Strog, you can interface with Strog technology. Like the
Cool.
way the technology interfaces, like it's part of their hive mind. So like to open a door, they would have to like blow up a door because we can't use their door handles, basically,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Um, so you now have like this is what I was saying when I said they gave him the keys to the kingdom. Like this is the only way he could have kind of interrupted their plans in any kind of
Okay.
meaningful way was to get like exactly this far into the process and then have it interrupted, which
Okay.
I think is fine. That's how we tell stories, right?
Yeah.
So you can pass through certain Strog defense systems without triggering them, and most critically, Kane becomes resistant to the Nexus. So here's a picture of the Nexus. Go ahead and describe for the listeners at home what the Nexus is, Peter, because I've given you a picture and I'm sure you can piece it together from this thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure the scale, but I'm gonna just say a giant brain in one of those like novelty plasma orbs that when you touch it, static touches your finger.
Mm-hmm.
And
Self-explanatory as far as
yeah,
function goes, I think.
yeah. Is this? I didn't imagine this thing as the center of the hive mind. It's a little bit more generic, but I guess Emmanuel Macron was being controlled by this thing in the first place, right?
Yeah, and I mean there is something to be said about Macron's role in it. Like it is not like just destroying this isn't enough. Just destroying Macron is not enough. Quick Four kind of says like you got to do both, really. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So the Nexus is described as the collective intelligence of the Strog. Is a
Okay.
centralized neural network that connects every Strog warrior to a shared consciousness, coordinating them with precision, right? With the
Oh, it's the
precision that only a
processing
hive mind.
part.
Exactly. So it's kind of like everyone's brains are doing their own thinking, but they all route through this giant brain
Okay.
in a plasma toy.
Yeah.
So this is why the first invasion, despite killing the original Macron, did not end the war. Taking out the Macron decapitated the Strog command structure temporarily, but the Nexus itself remained intact. Okay. So a new Macron emerges, he integrates into the network, and the war resumes, right? So they do need this like Macron to organize this somehow. Like the link to me is like this is like the routing center or whatever, but to give actually like they do need something giving orders to like everyone and everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
That to go out through this nexus. I think
Yeah.
it's a pretty good way to describe it, honestly.
Yeah.
So Earth's strategists, having spent years analyzing what went wrong with Operation Alien Overlord, concluded that destroying the Macron is insufficient. The Nexus has to be destroyed as well. Only by severing the neural link that holds the Strog together can the war be truly won. The problem, of course, Nexus is buried so dang deep within Strogos, and they got all these big guns, right?
And backwards guns, we've established.
And backwards guns. They got forwards guns, they got backwards guns, they got big guns, they got little guns.
Yeah. Everybody's got a gun in their hand.
They got a buzzsaw that'll cut your legs off.
Yep.
You know? So the Nexus broadcasts a signal. So it's protected by every layer of strong military defense, and fully human soldiers are unable to approach the Nexus because it broadcasts a signal that reduces any biological mind without strong neural interfaces to a catatonic state. So
okay.
You literally can't get close to it. The psychic aura, this thing's aura is too great. All right.
Okay.
So Kane, having had those interfaces forcibly installed, is he becomes the poster child for shooting a brain in the heart, I guess.
Okay.
So standing between Kane and the Nexus is the new Macron, of course, a successor to the one Bitterman killed in Quake 2. The game acknowledges that the original Macron is dead, that this is a new one. It's not that the last one survived or anything cheeky like that.
Okay.
That it also acknowledges that Bitterman's actions in the last game did change the course of the war and put the Strogg on the back foot here. The second invasion wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for that. But that Kane is now facing a reorganized Strogg built around this new supreme leader who kind of had all the wealth of knowledge of being like, no, wait, one of these human marines definitely can't kill me, even in my Jorg pants,
Is Macron always the same body every time it comes back, or is he different?
It's just a new Strogg that it is like a rank. It is not it's not a name. It is a rank. I think it is a rank, a name given by the people of Earth. I don't know. I think it is their code name for him. I don't know why they called him Macron, but or Jorg. I don't know why they called this pantsuit a Jorg, but it's unclear how involved with the Nexus the original Macron was, since it wasn't in Quake 2, the Nexus, it wasn't mentioned. But new Macron seems to be very involved with it, right? Killing him would sever the most critical link in the network. Destroying the Nexus itself prevents any future Macron from rebuilding it, right? So this is kind of what I was saying before. You do have to break that central link to kind of, that does work, that does do something, but then following up with the per my last email, but to the Nexus instead this time. So the final
per my last email, I have been Stroggified. I'm coming to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I am typing this with my robot feet. If I had robotic feet, I think I would type with them, right? Because you could just put your feet up on your desk and they're you can just get articulate feet, toes, right? You get the choice at this point.
Yeah, they're like a lemur, just sitting there, sitting back.
Yeah, how fucked up would it be? You get your legs and your arms cut off, right? And they're giving you prosthetics, and they have the technology to make fully articulate fingers, and they don't give you the same in your feet. Wouldn't you feel robbed? Give me 4 hands. You know what I mean? Why are we bothering with feet at this point?
Oh, you actually want to return to monkey?
Why not? It's only upside as far as I can tell.
True.
Right?
Yeah, no, I feel that. Why not test out other feet? Dude, be like a satyr for a year. Get hooves.
Get hooves. You can just try it out.
Yeah.
You can shop around, man. You do flippers. Become a mermaid.
I was gonna say to be a mermaid, you need 2 connection points onto one fin. That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're onto something. If you have a prosthetic, crunch at us and let us know what crab claws. Obviously, big one.
Crush crab claws on your hands and feet.
Yeah, or do a lobster. Have one of each, a crusher and a pincher.
Breaking into Fort Knox with my crab claws. That's a viral video idea if I've ever heard one.
There's a guy on Instagram I've seen where I don't know if he's a veteran or whatever. He's missing both his legs at the hip, at the hip joint. And I was thinking, what if lower half scorpion? You could be a scorpion centaur. Try out having a stinger. Wouldn't that be neat?
That'd be, all upsides, dude. Almost every animal part elsewhere is good, right?
Yeah.
Giraffe neck be pretty hype.
I don't know anywhere that a neck prosthetic makes it to the hospital to get to choose what they want.
But if you could, right?
Oh,
what if they did half at a time? Do this half, so this half can keep working, and then once this half is operational, you do the other half, right?
True.
Left and right.
Yeah.
That'd be,
wings would be too big. I think the human body's too heavy because we have solid bones. Because doing the bat thing.
I think
I've got my fingers on camera here. The bat wing would be neat, right?
I've come around on giraffe neck though. I've 180'd. I don't think I want a giraffe neck because you'd be able to see the stuff on the top shelf, but you wouldn't be able to.
But your
reach
arms.
Yeah,
Yes.
the fact that your arms you wouldn't be able to go to head level with your arms, I think that would fuck me up, honestly.
Would it be so funny if some guy, he goes to Turkey to get his giraffe neck surgery. All right, hear me out. Has exactly what you're talking about, where he used to be a short king like me. Now he can see the top shelf, still can't reach it.
That's the end of a
Goes back
Twilight
to
Zone
Turkey.
episode.
Yeah, exactly. Goes back to Turkey. Yeah, it is a Twilight Zone episode. It would just end there.
Well,
Now,
what's crazy though, when they did the Twilight Zone, you couldn't just go to Turkey and get all your problems fixed. Because like every ending of a Twilight Zone is like the ironic twist. Like all those people just go to Turkey and get it fixed.
Go fly to Turkey to get a new pair of glasses. They do it there. But then I was just thinking like giraffe arms now. And then by the end of it, it turns out he's just full giraffe and he's like lost his humanity and now his wife can't look at him anymore.
Giraffe arms, but instead of the hooves, you get the crab claws at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, why don't you just put your human hands at the bottom? Or at the very least, giraffe hooves. He's like,
nah. So the final act of Quake 4 sends Kane into the deepest levels of Strogg infrastructure through the Nexus Hub and into the chamber where the Macron waits. Cool. The fight against the new Macron is an echo to Quake 2's two-stage Jorg Macron encounter. Massive armored Strogg warrior followed by the actual Macron itself emerging from the wreckage. With the Macron dead and the Nexus destroyed, the Strogg's collective intelligence collapses. Units across Strogos begin operating in isolation, without coordination, without direction. Earth's invasion force, now able to operate without facing a unified Strogg military response, begins to overwhelm the planet's remaining defenders. The war is finally won. As is this episode, we won it, Peter.
Hell yeah, we beat it.
Thanks so much for listening, everybody. If you like the show, consider leaving us a rating or review on your podcast app of choice or checking out our YouTube channel. There's links for all them goodies in the description. And we got a Patreon if you want to kick us a couple bucks. Peter, you want to talk about Instagram?
At Loreboys Podcast on Instagram. Come say hello. Thank you very much. And also my book, The Black Frontier, is available on Amazon, digitally and printed to order. Also, we were talking about Patreon and some of the bonuses. If you pay us, I believe, $9 or more a month, you get a digital copy of my comic included as well. So there's that. So 9 or 15, I don't recall. But yeah, if you want to go that route, support all three of us instead of just me, feel free. I won't be hurt by it at all.
Yeah, honestly, your cut might be more if you support all three of us than you get from Daddy Bezos, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So. I got another royalty check today. I'll find out if that's $2 or $10. So once that's deposited.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. If you don't
and Jamie's stream is linked below, twitch.tv/LoreboyJames. He couldn't be here to plug that.
What he said. Yes, this box, which our editor is filled with an unknown image, our video editor, I should say, is filled with an unknown image, usually has Peter. And Jamie's usually sitting where Peter sits.
Yeah.
On my screen, at least. I don't know if that's the same for everyone. But thanks for listening. If you don't trust Patreon, we do have a service which always offers Lord Boys Prime. We are willing to amputate you guys, as always. So if you want an amputation, anyone who signs up for Lord Boys Prime gets them for free. All right? You bring your own anesthetic and I want to say amnesia, but that's not it.
Anesthesia and I don't know.
I don't know. Antiseptic, maybe?
Alcohol? We'll handle the amnesia. We'll hit you with the brick. Lord Boys is not HIPAA compliant.
Yeah. No, yeah. And with no doctor-patient confidentiality here. If you got a weird thing on your body,
don't worry about
it. We're gonna put you on blast on the podcast, okay? If we get you stripped down to your boxers, strapped to a gurney on a conveyor belt, and we notice some weird thing, we're going to bring it up, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to laugh about it because it's going to make us feel better about our own insecurities, all right? And I think that would constitute a Lore Boys.
Lore Boys.
Don't look at my chin.
Out.
Good episode, Peter. If I can find the stop recording button.